Oh, it's not a cut. That's a slice.
Now this is a quack hook.
Oh,
Short
wow.
and into the right rough, headed to the trees.
Oh my, that's a shake. He decided to re-tee. That's a shake. Oh, man.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another edition of the Two-Way Miss podcast. Thank you, as always, for joining us whenever, wherever you might be, hopefully watching and listening to us. I am one of your hosts, Mr. Regz, and I am joined by the Scrooge McDuck of golf courses, Mr. Good Buddy Banksy. We're going to hash this out right now. We started talking about this before we started.
There's nothing to hash. There's nothing to hash out.
We're going to give people some context on your attitude towards this. So let's set the scene. It's a busy day at the golf course. The other day, it was a nice day. Your course gets a lot of play on nice days.
Doesn't matter if it was busy or not.
Okay, so wait, we're not there yet.
All right.
So I'm sure the pro shop gets a call that some kids, or a kid and his girlfriend, are out on number 2 hitting bunker shots while normal play is going on a busy day. Which is hilarious that they would just have no context to what's going on. I started to argue that, all right, again, there's a neighborhood that butts up to that fairway, correct? All down the left side, there's what, 10 houses, 12 houses or so?
Yeah, there's a whole neighborhood.
Yeah,
Residential neighborhood back there. And there's this little cutout through the trees that leads from the neighborhood on to the golf course.
Got it. So these kids are hitting bunker shots while regular play is going on. Obviously a stupid thing to do. I give you that. But where I started to talk about was, all right, just be smarter about it, kids. Like, go out when it's half raining. Like, hit a few bunker shots, make sure you clean up, and go home.
Don't think I won't patrol that golf course in the rain.
So this led to him getting very mad at me that I would dare say someone should use the golf course without paying. And for context, it all goes back to when we were in college, and we would have parties at our house with all of age people. We would always, and we would happen to buy a keg as legal drinking aged adults. We would give all the cups to Fairbanks because despite his sweet demeanor and flirty attitude at the time, he is a married man now. He was RoboCop with the cups. There was a very select list of people that might even get a discount on a red cup to drink out of the keg at our house. And if you weren't like on the list, man, woman, or child, you were not getting a cup from Mr. Fairbanks unless you forked over some cash.
Man, woman, or child, yeah. Minus the child part.
Yeah.
So,
and now here you are again, denying these lovable teenagers just a chance to hit a few bunker shots. You know, again,
because teenagers these days are so lovable.
Right.
Yeah. That's the story comparison you have.
Yeah, I think it's it's perfect. I think if Azzy were on right now, he would completely agree with me. And
first of all, I then delegated the cup sales to somebody else, so I didn't have to stand there
after 15 minutes.
And sell them.
That's right.
Okay. Sorry for having a little bit of order and structure.
Oh, see, I would have been wasted by the time people showed up.
Yeah. So. Anyway, who knows what you were doing?
We don't have to worry about that. That's not what we're talking about.
Listen, you cannot walk onto the golf course without checking in at the pro shop, showing your receipt of sale to our starter, and playing the golf course 1 through 9, 9 through 18. Okay, this has become a reoccurring problem where we are having to scour the golf course after hours. Now, apparently, during regular play.
Well, yeah, that's just ridiculous.
To make sure that these these
These
kids,
hooligans.
teenagers, are not stealing golf. They're stealing. And it's just but the complete lack of like, oh yeah, maybe I shouldn't be
were you
here
the one to
right
go
now.
talk to them?
Hell yeah.
I need the whole interaction. You need to tell the people what happened.
Listen, I don't even know. I mean, it's one of those things where you talk to them and you just hope that they comprehend like what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like I was very, I didn't
Yeah,
yell.
of course.
I'm not a yeller. I just, but it's like, one of
golf
those
is happening,
things.
right?
Yeah. It's just like one of those things where like I feel I feel ridiculous that I'm having to say this in the first place.
Yeah.
But then as I talk, like
They're looking at you like you're weird.
I really hope they're processing what I'm saying.
Right.
Because if they don't process what I'm saying, then I would probably change my tone a little bit. But I was very polite. I offered to, take the gentleman. I said, listen, would you like a ride? I said, did you guys check in at the pro shop? I don't remember seeing you. And no, we came down here, and I said, okay, well, you can't just walk on the golf course for free. Like, you got to pay. Okay. And then I said, well, can I, I offered the kid, the guy, I said, hey, do you want me to take you back in my cart and we'll drive you back to the pro shop and get you all square and you can pay. And I did say, and by the way, your friend, she's going to need a bag because everybody needs a bag on the golf course. So I can get you a rental set when we get back to the golf shop. And he said, no, we'll just go home.
Back through the hole we came from.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So they they packed up, and I said, before you go, do you mind raking the bunker quick? I'd appreciate if you could rake that. And he did. And then they have to walk like back up the hill to get back into their neighborhood. So I kind of just,
moseyed behind them.
And have we have in the cart. So I kind of, I kind of followed them back to their neighborhood. But yeah, it's a problem. You can't because, okay, so the whole complex is technically like a public park.
Yeah.
So people are, and we have baseball fields and playgrounds and pools and skate parks. Like, we have everything, dog parks. But people are now looking at the golf course as like part of the park. Like, we got a call the other day. Some lady's walking her dogs down the middle of the fairway. And they're like, I can't tee off because this lady is in the fairway with her dogs, and they're like playing.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God. Okay. Let me go talk.
What was her reason?
They just complete, like, you don't know if people are that dumb or if they truly believe like they're just not doing anything.
Right.
That they're not doing anything wrong. I can't figure it out anymore, Regz. I don't know.
It's a
anymore.
very thin line nowadays.
I don't know if people are just that dumb or they truly like just don't see, an issue with. I don't know, but it's just wild. Like, you're just, these last couple years, like, we've seen a huge increase in play on the golf course, which is awesome. And 98% of everything goes smooth and is great, but there's like that 2% is just getting weirder and weirder.
Oh, it's fantastic.
We had somebody before try and swim in our pond to collect golf balls. You know, it's one thing to stand on the edge and like fish them out
Yeah,
with
yeah.
a ball retriever, but to actually go into the pond like in a bathing
Which
suit.
one? The one on 9?
5.
Which one's
5
that? The one down the
over
hill?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Down
okay.
over the hill. Yeah. Yeah, I got a phone call today, and again, these are some younger kids. You know, well, is the golf course open? I said, no, we're not open. We still have snow on some of the greens. You know, we're closed. Oh, well, the website says you're open. I said, well, the golf shop is open and the driving range is open, but the golf course is closed. And I said again, you know, we still have a couple greens covered in snow. Well, why don't you just go shovel the greens? It's like, here's what happened. Here's what happened that conversation. Bloop.
It's like, how about you go do it?
Yeah, it's just fascinating. I hate everybody. You know, I like you and my kid and my wife, and that's about it.
You can include Azzy in there.
Yeah, well, yeah. I guess I could make a list.
You can, yeah. It's not long, but you could have a list.
It's not long. Yeah, yeah. I could probably an index card or so.
Yeah, easily
But-
index card. You might even not even have to go 2 columns.
Yeah, I'm not skipping lines. I am skipping lines. Yeah,
Double
what a-
spaced.
Double space. size 14.
Yep.
Oh gosh. Yeah, it's just wild. It's funny.
That's fantastic. What a way to start.
Yeah.
It's so great.
Yeah, I mean we're not even
My cheeks
April,
hurt. I was smiling so much. Oh my goodness. That's great.
I mean, April 1st is the start of the season. Like we're still a month we're still a month and a
right.
half away from the start of the season. It's already starting.
Ridiculous. That's so great.
So, yeah.
Oh, that's good stuff. All right. Well, some
Speaking
golf
of
things
shit,
happen.
Yeah. Speaking of shit shows.
You have a list for us.
I did.
Let's get into it.
I came across the top 10 things that went wrong at the Phoenix Open. Now I know we're backtracking a couple of weeks, but
It's
that
worth talking
place-
about.
that place has become such a mess. It's worth going over a few
Absolutely.
of these. Okay.
So let's hold on before we get into it.
Yeah.
We were talking about this before we started, or the last time we recorded, that in general at this event we haven't had too many like ridiculous things happen, even with 16 being what it is. Last year we had all the beer throwing, like that was probably the most out of control it's gotten
Mhm.
in a long time. Like I can't remember the last time I've heard of anything like directly affecting the golfers as much as this past week. Like
Yeah.
we know the 16 is crazy. We know that like there's a lot of people that go through. Like they've even had the Super Bowl there the same week as the golf tournament. And
Yeah.
like this stuff didn't happen. So like I know people are saying some stuff, and look, they have to change things, and I it seems like they're going to. They put out plenty of statements saying that they're looking into a bunch of their stuff and how they do things, but like in general, for as long as I can remember, this type of stuff hasn't happened.
Yeah, I think you and I we've talked about it. We knew it was coming. Like if there's no
That's probably true.
regulations, like
Yeah. Eventually, yeah,
people are
going
going to eventually take it to a point where you have to
Yeah.
fix or change things.
Mhm.
And this year, 2024 was that year.
Yeah.
It got out of hand. Like it got out of hand, and and what happened is the day that they had to stop selling beer, that was a police department like telling the golf course, you need to shut off alcohol sales.
Yeah.
That was and what happened is there's so many people crowding the gates,
Right.
and they ran in so fast. The ticket checker inners couldn't keep up. So you just had floods and floods of people that may or may not have had a ticket
Yeah.
just overtaking.
Presumably
that
they did, but it got a little out of control.
So yeah, and we don't need to spend time on all of these because some of them, some of them are just normal stuff, like Billy Horschel yelling back and forth with a fan. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, right. Yeah, not
We've
shocking.
been there. Yeah, Billy Horschel's dropping F-bombs with a fan. Yeah.
What else
surprise.
is new? Yeah.
Somebody yelled in Spieth's backswing. It is what it is, right? So
I still stand by anybody who yells Baba Booey or mashed potatoes or get in the hole should be shot on site.
Yeah. I mean, maybe not necessarily shot. Maybe
but
kick
like
'em out.
one of those rubber bullets right here.
A beanbag gun.
Yeah, right here in between the eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those are your two normal ones. Yes, yelling in Spieth's backswing. Billy's freaking out.
Yeah.
There were reports of a couple fans being trampled by the massive crowds. Thankfully, nobody died. I did see an extremely fat person without his shirt sliding down a mud hill.
I saw that. Yep.
That was kind of gross. Some bunker angels. We had streakers out on 16 making sand angels.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see the video of the two guys like full out like trying to kill each other wrestling?
I didn't see that one.
Oh, they were like,
wow.
When you think about those couple times you chased me in college, if you ever
caught me,
if you had ever catched me or caught me, that's what it would look
see,
like.
you wouldn't have fought back better than they would.
Well, no, right. But I imagine that's what I thought of when I saw it.
Would have been like a bear eating a bunny.
Yeah, if he ever would have caught me, this is what would have went down. You have some
never could catch you.
Yeah,
because you were nimble.
Because I was already on my way. Because
that's true. You were yelling from 100 yards that way. Yeah, you got a head start.
I gave myself a head start because I knew. I was like, all right.
I'm quick over short distances. You better be a little bit far away from me before I come running.
You're like a crocodile, man. That's
right. I can go quick, but not for long. Yeah, but if you're too close to me, you better watch out.
Know. I played it right. I gave myself a head start before
you did. Yep, you tuckered me out.
You had some peeing in public urination.
Yeah,
not in the porta potties. At a tournament, when have you ever seen? Do you see people?
I mean, this really is more of like a concert atmosphere, so I feel like that's not uncommon.
This one was kind of shitty. I guess at the different levels in 16, the higher levels were dumping beer.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
People, that's kind of shitty. And I think the best one, and it's one of these things. Zach.
Oh my God!
Shut up!
I blame him more than the guy.
I blame him 100%.
Yeah,
I blame him 100%. Getting into it with the fans about his team getting shit kicked out of them at the Ryder Cup.
Yeah,
dude,
it's that did happen.
Yeah, it happened.
It's not like they're making it up. They're not making it up.
You made the choice to buddy invite everybody's friends that aren't any good to play this Ryder Cup and get your ass kicked. And now you're at the most obnoxious tournament on the PGA Tour.
And that's what sets you off.
And that's what you're going to get butthurt over.
Not only that, then he does an interview afterwards with a local paper and asks the guy, "Where are you from?"
God.
And I don't know why I come to this place. Honestly, he has no reason for why he's even there.
Dude, I'd revoke his invitation next year.
Yeah,
that crap's ridiculous. Deal with it.
Yeah.
So all right, that's it. I'm done.
Yeah, I mean, look, I agree that it was inevitable that something like this was going to happen. It happened to be this year. I'm sure they'll take steps to keep it a little more under control next time. I don't know if you can limit alcohol sales. I don't know. They sell beer at the Masters for $3. Like it's probably
Yeah.
crazy cheaper than what they sell it for at Waste Management. Those things are
I'm
probably
sure.
$8 a piece
At
least, right?
At
Maybe
least.
close to 12.
Yeah.
So like, I get it. I think they do have to maybe limit the number of people. I think it got a little out of control with just the amount of people.
Yeah.
And look, cut off, like, don't let them start drinking at 6 and like maybe start it at 9. I get it. They get there early, but like,
I was going to say, aren't they tailgating in the parking lot?
Again, there's nothing you can do about that. You can't regulate everything, but like start it at 9 and then cut it off at 2 or something, or 3. Like there's last calls in baseball games. You can't drink after the 7th inning. Like that's how it goes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It is what it is. So hopefully they'll take some steps to kind of, rein it in just a little bit. I don't think they have to like completely shut it down. I just think they gotta rein it in a little bit.
That would be a mistake.
Yeah,
but
they gotta rein it in a little bit.
But something, yeah, and it didn't help that it had freakishly cold, rainy weather. I mean, some of those videos of people walking along the hillside, whether they were drunk or not,
those were objectively funny. Yeah, those are funny.
Completely wiping out.
Yeah.
Like that was pretty good.
I enjoyed those. Those were pretty good.
Yeah, we do have a friend and a friend of the show, Matt Stein. I sent him a video, and his response was, "I would make that hill my bitch."
Of course it was. Father of 2, by the way. Oh my goodness! Of course.
So, and probably out of most of the people I know, he would probably be the one to do it.
He would walk right across it like he's walking on water. It wouldn't affect him one bit. He wouldn't even look down.
He wouldn't flinch. Yep.
He would go right. He wouldn't even look around. He would just be straight ahead.
Yeah.
He wouldn't even notice.
No.
You're exactly right. That's what would happen. He'd have seen 3 people fall, not noticed them fall, and then walked across, and nothing would have happened.
Yep, that's 100% accurate.
Yep. I mean, Nick Taylor won. The story was really Charlie Hoffman kind of finding his golf life again and just throwing darts. And then the other thing is just, God, Scotty needs the putt. Good Lord Almighty.
Yeah, that's really something.
Like, first in
Charlie
strokes
Hoffman.
gained. Scheffler's first in strokes gained tee to green and last in putting.
Yeah, which, I mean, I knew he wasn't a great putter. I didn't think
it was never that bad.
So now it's all mental. Like it's in his head now.
Yeah, it's like Will Zalatoris kind of levels of yippiness.
And these guys start tinkering and tweaking and getting advice from all these people. It's like, dude, you're a professional.
Yeah.
Like you're the best player in the world. Like you figure it out.
You won like 5 times in a row at one point.
Yeah.
And it included the Masters. And you putted fine.
Yeah, well, minus the 4 putt on 18.
Well, look, there's anomalies everywhere.
But yeah, like, dude, just stop thinking about it and just go figure it out.
Yeah, it's just it's a mental thing. But our boy Willie is figuring it out with that broomstick, man.
How about the broomstick?
Figuring it out.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that he keeps it like 3 inches off his chest.
Well,
Like Bernard Langer is definitely putting that thing up to his chest. And he keeps like touting that I've won all these championship, tour events. You've been anchoring for 9 years.
But I don't care. That it doesn't mean it, because these guys that do the arm lock.
Well, yeah.
They're anchoring anyway.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
What's the difference between one anchor?
I appreciate our boy Willie
anchor
doing it the right way.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Wouldn't expect anything less from our boy Willie.
Good job, Will.
Yeah, wouldn't expect anything less from him.
Hey, side note, since you brought up Bernhard Langer, out of the Masters, torn Achilles a couple weeks ago.
Oh man, that's a bummer.
Doing like nothing, like just kind of nothing, not exerting a lot of energy.
Well.
I think it was just a normal day activity. It's probably pickleball, man.
Listen,
so many injuries with pickleball.
That's a huge bummer, because obviously I wish no harm on the man.
But he's a cheater.
Yeah, he is. But look, I don't wish him harm.
So this was going to be his last Masters,
Oh.
and now he will not be participating.
Well, I mean, he won, so he's got an ultimate.
Yeah, he
right?
can
He'll come back
he
next
can
year.
come back the following year. But
Yeah.
what a bummer.
Yeah, that is a bummer.
Torn Achilles doesn't.
No fun.
No bueno.
No bueno. That's right.
Yeah. All right. What's next?
We had another golf tournament going on this
Oh,
past weekend.
oh,
Riviera, which is a great tournament, continues
It is
to
a
be
great
a fantastic tournament, fantastic
Yep.
golf course.
keep going. Don't wait
right.
for me.
Okay. Listen, this was Tiger's big return. It was Tiger's big, next month golf course. And
A new day. What's that slogan? It's a new day, or it's a new
yeah.
dawn,
Listen,
or some.
let's
shit.
talk about that first. All right. We'll get into who won and all that. We'll talk Tiger first, since it's not going to take that long. Opinions on Sunday Red.
Terrible. It's awful.
What
The sweatshirt-
specifically?
I don't know. The SDR, like this, the sun, and then the day, and then the SUN, sun.
So do you know why
day,
they had to do that?
red. Yeah, tell me. I don't know why they had to do that.
Some golf blogger has a blog called SundayRed.com. And he got
Dude.
flooded with 200,000 visits to his website because he doesn't have spaces. So
Dude.
someone has a trademark, obviously, on Sunday Red, and they had to do something to adjust it.
Is that the real reason?
I believe
Like
so.
how is TaylorMade? How is TaylorMade not saying like, dude, here's
So that
here's-
guy is just the website. I don't think he has a trademark on like Sunday Red. I'm sure
Yeah, but
that's
how do they not buy
I'm sure
it? How
that's
do they
some
not buy
company.
it? How do they
I
not
don't-
buy it?
Well, that's true. Tiger Woods has more money than God, so you would think
Like,
that
how do they not buy that? Yeah, I don't.
the
like,
spaces are stupid.
the spaces are stupid. The
I don't
the
like the
Tiger-
logo that much.
The logo on the clothing just doesn't. It doesn't.
It seems like very cheap TJ
it
Maxx
looks,
clothes.
Yeah, it looks chintzy. I'll
Yeah.
say the black sweatshirt that he wore that had the across the chest that looked
wasn't
pretty
bad.
cool.
The tan one wasn't bad either.
But that's exactly what it looks like. It looks cheap.
Yeah.
It looks like it's the Tiger logo is not all that great. I don't think people look at it from different angles. They're like, oh, that's what his back looks like, or oh, that's the X-ray of his
Yeah,
leg
right.
after his accident or something. But I think, and then I heard too, like it's made out of 15 lines or something for his 15 majors. Like the Tiger itself is it 50?
Oh.
Is
I
it
didn't-
50?
Oh, I
That's
don't
what I
know. I
heard.
have no
I didn't-
idea.
I actually didn't count.
I'm
That's
looking
just
it
what
up
I
right
heard.
now. I'm looking it up right now.
But yeah, and I think we gotta let it sink in for a little bit, because look where he's coming from. Like, in your opinion, does anything
There's 17 lines.
okay? So then that theory was wrong. But-
I don't
like-
what's an SDR, an old TaylorMade driver? SLDR. was what it was.
SLDR, yeah.
But like I
Yeah.
immediately was like, wasn't that a driver?
Yeah.
I
So, I mean, just like, but you also gotta remember where he's coming from. Like, nothing replaces that swoosh other than the Jordan sign. That the Jordan sign and that swoosh are like the most popular logos of all time.
listen, you're right. Nothing looks cleaner on a golf shirt than that swoosh.
So
A
to
white
try and
swoosh on the
rebrand-
red
Yeah.
shirt is like nothing looks better than that.
So to try and rebrand yourself with like it looks cheap, and it looks just kind of like, yeah, it doesn't.
It looks like a company that used to be run by Adidas and is now a golf company and doesn't make clothing.
Yeah.
And like again, I'm sure there'll be articles that are written why Nike would let this guy go and not have him signed to a lifelong contract like Jordan,
yeah,
like
something.
LeBron, like Kobe. It doesn't make any sense. When has Nike ever let a premier athlete go like this?
And especially with they stuck through him through every scandal.
And like they still have guys out there rocking Nike stuff.
Yeah. So there.
So this
there had to
either
have
this
been-
either tells us that this was due to Tiger.
I think so.
Tiger
Yeah.
made a decision
Yeah.
to change.
Or I think. Do you think he gave Nike an idea, and they were like, about maybe making his own brand or paying him this or paying him that, and Nike was like,
If it was a payment, I don't believe it. Why would
Okay.
Nike get rid of literally the most popular golfer of all time?
Yeah, I don't know.
They're not a brand that does that. That's
Yeah.
like saying that LeBron came to them and asked for money, and they were like, "No, we're cool, LeBron. Like, you can go to Adidas or Reebok or somebody." Like, would that ever
LeBron's
happen?
overrated.
I agree with you, but like, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just I don't
know why.
I don't know. So I'm sure there's more to, but again, like all things Tiger, we're never gonna know because
And he's also like, let's be honest, not the greatest decision maker in the world. You can just kind of call it how it is, you know? But like, look, you set up Michael Jordan with his own brand. I'm not saying that you have to set up something for Tiger Woods that's going to be as iconic as Jumpman.
Yeah,
You're not going to get many things in life that are as iconic as that. But like, Tiger wasn't wearing the TW on his chest. He was wearing the swoosh.
Yeah. So
like, why wasn't everything Tiger?
Yeah, that whole
Why
Jumpman
couldn't
thing,
Nike develop a Tiger brand?
right? Especially 20 years ago. Like,
Well,
why
right,
that
they had
never-
the
why that
TW and all that,
never
but like
happened.
it was only on hats and like
Yeah,
some other things. Like on the shirts, it was always the swoosh.
yeah, that they had some of it on the shirts, but it wasn't the focal point.
Yeah, right.
Um.
But he eventually
So,
stopped.
yeah,
He stopped wearing those. Like if you look at 2019, he's wearing a swoosh. You know what I mean? Like he's not wearing
Right.
Tiger stuff. He's not
Yeah,
wearing the
that's
TW brand.
That's a great question. Like how was
How is it that this company couldn't develop a brand for him?
yeah.
Like it could even, you could have had him like the club twirl, or like if you want to stick with like logos like that,
Sure.
like any, like
Yeah.
Tiger has a
The fi-
million
the
poses.
fist- The
Yeah.
fist pump.
Tiger
Yeah.
has a million poses.
Yeah.
Like it just seems like I agree that this was Tiger deciding this.
Sure.
Nike said, okay, we're not going to fight it because why would we fight against the most popular guy in golf?
Mhm.
But like if it's a money thing or something, like I just don't know if Nike did enough. Like how do you not give this guy the Jordan treatment or the LeBron treatment? Like it's just not a thing that you should ever let go. Doesn't make a lot of sense. And I think you're right. I think I am upset that like this sucks. These clothes suck.
Well, the funny thing is, it's probably twice as expensive as Nike.
Right. Yeah.
This is the premium. We use premium.
Yeah, right.
Premium products.
Yeah.
So you're. It's all
Never
the same
bought tailor-made
shit.
clothes before. Not going to start now.
Yeah. So
And, like,
so yeah,
And it looks like
agree.
something I could go to TJ Maxx and rummage through the clearance rack and like be like, oh, look at that one. Somebody nicked off like Schlesinger or whatever that stupid fucking brand is with the tiger.
That's right. It's Schlesinger rebranded. Oh, so aside from the ugly logo, like I was thinking about this. I'm like, shit, our last two images of Tiger, like this whole big comeback, so much anticipation around this. He's back in Riviera. He loves it. He's playing well. He feels good. Guys are saying, his practice rounds are great. And I'm like, shit, our last two images of Tiger are a shank and being driven off the golf course in a cart.
You want to know what I think it was? I think the In-N-Out truck poisoned everyone.
Dude.
Something happened. Like In-N-Out hasn't been there every year. This is the first I've seen it.
Hey, it's like
All of a sudden,
Jordan in the flu game.
guys are having the shits. Like Tiger's out with the flu. Like something happened.
Uncooked.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Those medium rare.
I don't know what's going on, but something was up.
So
It
you're
was
into
it
that?
was for
You're into
everybody.
the-
No, I'm not a conspiracy guy. I'm just making shit up just to talk about.
No, I heard a couple other guys got sick.
Yeah, there was at least
Um,
like 6 to 7 or 8.
yeah, but yeah,
Look.
that's
I think
that's what we got out of the weekend.
Yeah.
A shank and him getting driven off
Yeah.
the golf course.
I think what we can take. I think the positives we can take. It wasn't surgery / back / ankle related. From
Right, and
everyone who was there, everyone
Yeah,
who's talked
I
about it
know.
truly is saying like he just looked sick.
Yep.
Like it wasn't a back thing that he's disguising as the flu. It wasn't an ankle thing or a leg thing. It was truly he got sick. He was dehydrated. End of story. I think that's something that's for what it's worth is a positive in the world of Tiger Woods that we're currently living in.
Absolutely.
I think that like I told you, what did I say when I jumped on the Discord call? What was I doing?
What were you doing?
What was I watching?
Jeez.
I was watching a 2000 video of Tiger
you didn't tell
playing
me
the
that.
deep. I did tell you
Okay.
this.
No,
Playing
you didn't.
I did. That's what I told you I was doing. You don't listen ever. This is how you treat.
No,
This is how you treat me.
You didn't tell me that.
I was watching from the year 2000, Tiger Woods winning some random DP World Tour event. It was every shot from Sunday when Tiger Woods wins this tour event.
We didn't have this conversation.
We did have this conversation. It was very quick, but we did say it. I did say it. And that was like every putt that missed by 4 feet. You're like, oh, well, he's making the comebacker. Like it's just it's an inevitability.
Uh-huh.
When his irons didn't go the exact right distance, it was a shock. It was like, well, that's not. Even the announcers were like, well, that's rare. A rare miss for Tiger is like good enough for other players. And the thing that continues to shock me is the lack of iron distance control and the putting. Like the driver, he's still wailing on the driver.
Yeah, the driver looked great.
Like mid to short iron distance control and putting. It's a real shock to the system to see him be so far off with those things. Because those are the things that made him the greatest. Like when he would leave something short or hit something long, you were shocked. You were appalled. And if he didn't make like a 4 foot, 5 foot comebacker after he hit the first putt, you're like, what is happening? Is he gonna is he dying? Like I don't understand what's going on.
Well, I mean that's just got to be preparation, practice time.
Yeah,
and
of course it
and
is.
as you get older, you just don't. You're
Listen,
you're not as good at things.
It's
as you
all
are.
justifiable. It's still shocking to watch.
Yeah, I am with you 100%. Thankful that it's not an injury.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if he could do.
I can't do another one.
Like there has to be a point in time where there's just like, I am shutting this down until I get to the Champions Tour because like I physically cannot play 4 rounds of golf.
Right.
While walking. While walking. I really wish we would see him. But not this week, but geez, is it next week already? The Arnold Palmer is coming up. Where he's won.
Hold on.
Isn't it March 7th? I think I don't know what day it is. I think we're getting close.
After this, next week is the Mexico Championship, then the Honda.
Okay.
Then the Puerto Rico Open. Oh, Puerto Rico and Arnold Palmer on the same week. So yes, after the Honda is the Arnold Palmer. Yes.
So but I don't think we're going to see him because the Players is the next week, I think, isn't it? And he's not.
Yes,
there's no way he's going
back. No.
There's no way he's going back to back. A
lot of people were saying we're hoping that he plays the Honda.
Why? He doesn't
just come back, feel better. It's not that big of a deal. You're not facing as good competition. It's just like a warm up for the Players. A lot of people were saying
that's not going to happen. He's not playing in the Honda.
I agree with you, but I'm just saying, it's something I've seen from a
it'd
fair
be
amount
neat.
of
It'd be
people.
great. Yeah. I I know he can't go back to back, but like, first of all, I think everybody should play at the Arnold Palmer out of just respect for Arnold Palmer, which I think it's a designated
It
event
is,
now,
yeah.
so,
It's a signature event, so yeah.
which it should be. Like,
Yeah.
I was
That and the memorial.
pissed. I remember talking about this years past.
Oh
I
yeah.
was pissed when guys wouldn't play the Arnold Palmer, and it's like, aside from Tiger, like, you have no idea how much Arnold did for the game as far
Yeah.
as off the course
Yeah.
money, sponsors. And I think even to this day, I think Arnold Palmer's like in the top 5.
He was the pioneer of that.
Yeah, and yearly earning. I mean, the guy's been dead for multiple years now.
Probably still
I think
makes more
he's-
money than
But
most
he
of
does.
these guys.
He's like top 5 in
Yeah.
earnings
Yeah.
every year. So I wish we'd see, but I'm assuming Tiger's next stop is the Players.
I would agree with that.
And then we won't, and then we'll see him all. Oh boy, you know what time it is
Oh, buddy.
then. Oh man.
Da-na-na.
So,
yeah. So
I
look, I don't know if he makes the cut if we see him for 2 days.
where's that this past
Riviera.
week?
Yeah.
Yeah, what did we say? We kind of said he's going to go out there. He's probably going to shoot around even par and probably have to try and make the cut on the number or
Yeah.
one
I mean,
inside
the winning score is 17 under. Like, Tiger's not getting anywhere close to that.
Yeah. Man, these guys are so good.
Yeah.
I mean, equipment has a lot to do with it, but these guys are so good.
Yeah. So I don't think he's making the cut, but like, at least we could have seen 2 days of him not in like hurt and hobbling, and because he looked fine. He said his
looked
back
great.
he did say like his back was spasming a little bit,
Yeah.
which he says hasn't happened in competition in a while. It's happening at home. So that's not great. But like, I'm not sure how you stop his body from not having problems at this point. Like, something's going to be wrong with it. He's half made of metal at this point. So that just is what it is. But look, Hideki wins in the no, he shoots a final round 62.
62. Yeah. God, I love.
Goes crazy.
Oh, he's chipping in from all over the place and making putts.
I think he had
love,
2 holes in a row where he was away from the hole combined like 18 inches in 2 holes. That's what his approach shots were.
And probably dropped his club on both. Like, oh,
He dropped his club on the second one, and it rolled out to like 8 inches.
Perfect.
Yep. Our boy Willie came in second. Luke Liston third, tied for second. Hadwin came in tied for fourth with Cantlay, who kind of final round 72, kind of shit the bed on the weekend.
Well, he was sick too. He literally had the shits, didn't he?
Yep.
He was sick too.
Xander, Harris English, Tom Hoagie, Jason Day, who had a good week.
Jason.
And then Tommy Fleetwood, Sam Burns, Scotty Scheffler, Eric Cole, Adam Stevenson, JT Poston tied for T10.
Where did Roy? Did you see Roy blow up?
Oh
Was
my
that
God,
round?
yeah.
Was that the first round?
Yeah.
Like,
Homa
5
tied 16th. Morikawa
5 shots?
tied 19th. Hovland tied 19th. Again, not great from Victor. Tony Finau tied 19th. Adam Scott. Tom Kim 24th. Rory tied 24th. Went 74, 66, 69, 70.
So here's a good example. We've talked about this before. Here's a good example. Let's keep an eye on Victor Hovland.
Yeah.
We talk about it all the time. These guys, and again, this is how we were spoiled by Tiger for all these years. We see these guys have this incredible streak.
Of 3 months, right?
And then all of a sudden it's like, where did you go?
Yeah.
Now I would say Victor Hovland was one of the hottest golfers
The
on
hottest
the
golfer.
planet.
Yeah.
For a good stretch.
Through the Ryder Cup.
And now let's see, like, where
Yeah.
is he? That'd be interesting. Scheffler still hangs around, but like you said, like, his putting's awful.
He's the
too much.
greatest ball striker on the planet.
Yeah, with
Scotty
no
Scheffler.
balance and slipping his foot
I don't
out.
like whatever he does. He's the greatest
Yeah.
ball striker on the planet.
And he's thinking about the putting too much.
Yeah,
There's whether it's himself in his head or other
Literally the
coaches
last
in
in
his head.
strokes gained putting.
like just do the John Daly. Just walk up and hit it. Like
Right.
don't
Right.
just walk up and hit it.
Yeah, it's something, that's for sure. Because like you can't be that good at ball striking tee to green, and then like the numbers he's putting up when you listen to some of these podcasts and like look at Twitter is like it's unheard of since Tiger. Like the dominance in tee to green strokes gained.
Yeah.
It's unworldly.
Right.
And then everything comes crashing down when he putts.
Yeah, because Tiger could putt.
He could. That's for damn sure.
Okay, maybe we end on this because this is just. Do you have anything else?
No, let's do it.
So let's just end on this here, and this goes back to the rules of golf. You have Jordan Spieth, who is in contention, probably won't win because he never wins anymore. But he probably, he's around.
He'll be around. He'll be top 20.
Signs an incorrect scorecard. I think he signed for a 3 when he had a 4.
Yep.
And is completely disqualified from the tournament.
Yeah.
The way the rules are constantly changing in golf, you can do this, you can do that, should that still be a thing? I've
heard there's been a lot of stuff about this, golf Twitter, podcasts, videos. A lot of people are like taking it so far as like they shouldn't have to put in a scorecard. We have enough data out there that like we track these guys so much. It's like, well, we don't watch every shot of everybody. So like you should have to still turn in a scorecard. Because
100%. Oh yeah, 100%.
You should have to sign a scorecard. I don't think the punishment should be disqualification.
Right.
I think
if it gets fixed, like that's the thing. If it gets fixed,
right. So I think the technicality of it is if you leave the scoring tent and like are gone. Jordan technically went to the bathroom and could have come back and rechecked his card.
Right.
To make sure. So there is some nuance in like which way you leave the scoring tent, like dictates if you're allowed to still change it or not. But like, I think. So here's where it gets weird though. Like, let's just say I'm me and I'm trying to play in a PGA Tour event. And I say, well, I got all birdies on every hole. Right? But the penalty is only a 2-stroke penalty because I signed an incorrect scorecard. So I shot 18 under, but my penalty is only 2 strokes for signing an incorrect scorecard. I'm still at 16 under. The fuck do I care?
Well, okay.
But look, what if that's the penalty for signing an incorrect scorecard? What stops somebody from doing that? In technicality, I get it in the spirit of the rules and golf and things like that. Like that, I'm not saying that would happen, but I'm just like, I'm being a little bit devil's advocate-y that like, I think disqualification is too harsh. B, I don't know how you regulate if the penalty is anything less. Because then there would have to be like, okay, well, he signed it wrong for this number of holes. So depending on the number of holes, you times a 2-stroke penalty by the number of holes you signed incorrectly, or something like that. Like I'm literally making this up as we talk about it. But it's just like, where does that go?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think that's where the component of all the data that is collected, like these guys, every shot is tracked.
Yeah.
Just because we don't see it, nowadays every shot is tracked. And on top of that, you just have the gentleman status of the game where you're not going to be
just putting down random numbers.
A cheater, right? Like,
I mean, look, if it's like 2 strokes per hole you signed incorrectly, would that help?
I don't know. I just think if it gets fixed, then if it gets fixed before he hits his next competitive shot, the next round, let it go. Because only because every shot is tracked. I still think 100% you need to be responsible for your score, keeping your scorecard. But like, if you make a mistake,
Yeah.
it happens. Like it happens.
I agree
I
that
don't
I
know.
think in general it can be corrected, but I saw some good points that like, well, what do you do at the amateur level? If you're in some random, let's just say Maryland, if you're in some random Maryland amateur tournament, every shot isn't tracked.
Right, but I'm not
Right.
talking like this. I'm talking this. I don't. No, I whatever you're going to say about it, I 100% agree about the amateurs. But on the PGA Tour, every shot is tracked.
Yeah.
By
Yeah.
like there is no you. Like you're not going to make a mistake.
Yeah.
Like it can be fixed.
Yeah.
So
By the way, I agree with you. I'm just bringing up the arguments that
And-
I've seen floating around.
and I go back to stuff like, you know, and because I can't stand him, like this is what comes in my a couple years ago when Patrick Reed, I think it was at the Hero, right?
Yeah.
And he's in the sand trap,
Yep.
and he's literally
Grounding his club.
caught sweeping sand
Yeah.
from the back of his ball. And when they questioned him, he said, "Oh, I didn't think I did anything wrong." And there was no did he get a penalty for that?
I don't think
know
so.
if he. Yeah, like I don't think he did either because it was his word.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just, I don't know. I don't think, I think it's a stupid rule. I get what you're saying. If it would be totally different if not every shot was tracked, but these guys, every freaking shot is tracked digitally,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. And I think we just need to keep improving the game, but I also get like, oh well, you need to be responsible, you know, you need to check your scores. So I don't know.
Yeah, it was a crappy situation because you lose a premier guy after already losing Tiger.
Yeah.
Like it's tough. It was tough.
Yeah.
Tough situation. Again, but we don't hear about it that it's
Right. Well, that's the thing. Yeah, exactly. The 1 or 2, 3, 4, 5 times it happens a year.
Right.
Like, dude, just if it's fixable, fix it.
Yeah, sure. I think that makes sense. This is a great one, buddy. I had a blast.
It was good. We were all over the place.
We were. It was great, though.
It was good. I liked it.
All right, everybody. Listen, we appreciate you sticking with us. I know we had a little break there just a week ago, but got some great tournaments coming up. We will be on your airwaves for sure. As always, make sure you click that big red subscribe button on YouTube. If you are listening to us on your podcast, we post every podcast to YouTube. You can see our beautiful faces, see our true expressions when we're laughing about stupid crap or reacting to different things. It's free to subscribe. We're making a huge push for the channel to get to 100 subscribers this year. So we appreciate everyone who is willing to go click that big red subscribe button. March 9th, we're having some content. We are doing it. And the good buddy Banksy will be on the golf course together.
Some live content. Oh,
recording content on the golf course.
How many strokes do you want?
I mean, can I get to a hole, please?
To a hole?
Yeah, I'm not that good at golf.
That's 36 strokes.
Yeah, you're really good, and I'm not good.
I'm not giving you to a hole.
Can I get to like? How about if you give
I'll
me?
give you 30.
I'm literally a 17 handicap right now. I'll take 30. If you're saying 30, I'll take it.
Ooh, no, I can't give you 30.
25.
25. I'll give you 25.
All right. Fair.
I'll give you 25.
All right. Well, there you go. I start 25 under. Can I beat Mr. Fairbanks on his home course, the place he works every day and has played 1,000 times? Me with a driver that doesn't work.
Well,
I'm hitting the 3 with like a goddamn piss missile, though, by the way.
The 3-wood is, maybe I'll take that back. I want that back.
No, you've already agreed to it. It's on record. It's recorded and on record. But anyway, we are getting
25
together
strokes.
in just a few weeks to record content for the YouTube channel. So if you're not subscribed already, you should get subscribed for that because it's going to be fantastic.
Pretty excited about that one.
It's going to be awesome. You can catch us wherever you find your podcasts, Google, Apple, Spotify, Amazon, wherever you get your podcast. Just search the Two-Way Miss. We will come up. You can follow us on Instagram at B&B Podcast. You can follow us on Twitter at the Two-Way Miss. You can follow me on Twitter at Big Regz with a Z. You can follow that man on Instagram at Banksy23. Also give Overland Golf Course a little shout out on Instagram if you don't mind.
Ew.
That's our boy posting there every day. So we appreciate you all. Can't wait to be back next week. We'll preview the Arnold Palmer, all that good stuff. See what else comes up with this whole PIF investment, anything else that comes up. We appreciate you all. Thanks for sticking with us, and we will catch you on the next one. Thanks, everybody.
Swing hard, everyone.
Oh, it's not a cut. That's a slice.
Now this is a quack hook.
Oh,
Short
wow.
and into the right rough, headed to the trees.